welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're doing a full face tutorial using new products and I'm super pumped because you guys really enjoyed these videos and I get to try out a ton of products in my PR boxes, so this is really fun because we get to try a lot more products in one video instead of just reviewing like one line or like one product. So we get a lot done in this video. We kill multiple birds with multiple stones, as you should say. But anyways, before we get into this video, I do want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Glo Skin Beauty. They were also previously known as Glo Minerals, and you have heard me rave about their products in the past, and I still do because, hello, remember that concealer that I always talk about? Well, that's that brand, and when they wanted to work with me, I was so happy and excited because I have been using Glo Minerals, or now Glo Skin Beauty, since high school, and I'm 28 years old right now. And they are a full spectrum of skincare to mineral makeup. So stuff that is supposed to be really good for your skin, starting from your skincare all the way to your lipstick. And as you guys know, I have been really focusing on ingredients in products and in my skincare because that is really huge and it has changed my skin like dramatically lately. Like my skin has improved so much. I do like have like a little breakout on my chin, but that probably just came from the time of the month and then also a little bit of stress right now because I'm like trying to get a bunch of stuff done before I leave on a cruise to Alaska. But I have seen such a huge change, and that is why I'm such a huge supporter of Glo Skin Beauty, because their products are truly amazing and I suffered from breakouts in high school. So when I switched from MAC to Glo Minerals, I saw a huge change in my skin. I loved their powder foundation and I loved a lot of their products. Therefore, I was super excited to try out more products from their line in this video, and I still have like a bunch more to try out on my own too. So far, I'm impressed, and you guys will see it in this video. Also, don't forget that I link and list everything in the description box. So if you're wondering about anything, just check that description box. Everything is there. I will also have Glo Skin Beauty's website at the top, so that way you guys can click it and check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it. Also, I'm doing a big giveaway with them over on my Instagram, so make sure to head over to Instagram. I will also have that link to the giveaway in the description box down below where you guys can enter. But if you go to my Instagram, you'll be able to see what you'll be winning. And on top of those products that you'll be winning a $200 gift card that you can go shopping with online, pick out whatever products you want for your skin tone, for your skin type, and you can just go to town, which is awesome. So definitely check that out in the link down below. Also, real quick, if you're brand new, make sure to click that subscribe button if you want to stick around. Also, ring that little bell if you want to be a part of our notification squad. I do a shout out in every video. And today's shout out goes to Knitting Betsy. Thank you so much for turning that notification bell on. You are amazing. But now let's go ahead and get on into this full face first impressions. I'm gonna go ahead and start with skincare that Glo Skin Beauty sent me. So they sent me their oil-free moisturizer, and this is for oily skin. This lightly moisturizes and balances skin. I love using a lightweight moisturizer before I put on my makeup. If you use something too thick, it's going to slide around, and this one is going to deliver lightweight moisture with antioxidants, botanicals, and essential hydrators to help balance and strengthen skin without weighing it down. And that's awesome because remember, if you use something too thick, everything's gonna slip and slide around, especially in this heat that we have in the summertime right now. Dude, it's been hot here in San Diego. It's been pretty hot. I really like the way that that feels. It's very lightweight, so your skin just soaks it right up and it doesn't feel like you have a bunch of like moisturizer or cream on your skin, which is great. Next up, we're gonna go into the Glo Skin Beauty Oily Skin Purifying Mist. This is going to refine, purify, and prep skin. I have been loving using a spray on my skin right before I do my makeup and then right when I get done doing all my foundations and my powders because it just melts everything together. That's a little tip that I learned from Bailey, and it truly does change your makeup game. Also, this mist has a ton of extra benefits. It also has antioxidants, which are going to reinforce the skin's strength throughout the day and also prepare to evenly absorb products applied after. Ooh, it smells good too. All right, so next we're gonna be trying out a primer, and I've actually already been trying this one out. I could not wait. When I got this in the mail, I was like, I just wanna try it. So I've actually really been enjoying it. This is the Cover FX Blurring Primer. So I've only been placing this on my nose and on my cheeks where I have the biggest pores. So I actually just take a tiny bit, just really small amount, because if you take too much, then it's going to ball up. Any like smoothing primer will ball up on you if you do that. And you just want to press it in anywhere where you have like large pores. Okay, so I also have 2 primers from Glo Skin Beauty. I have not tried these yet, so I'm actually going to be using their mattifying primer. I'm going to be trying this out today. I usually use the Makeup Forever one. What I do is I just place it on top of that blurring primer just to help stop any excess oils coming through. So I'm just going to pat it in right here on my nose, right here on my cheeks. This is where I get oily, and then a little bit in the center of my forehead. Before I go to my foundation, I'm actually going to go in with a concealer. And this is one of my little tricks that I've been doing for years. Probably, God, since I've had like this stuff since like high school. So I've been using this tip forever. And I love this concealer. I have talked about this so much on my channel, and including this in the video too, because it truly is one of my favorite concealers. I think it's so creamy and has the best coverage. It totally covers blemishes, scarring, or any other visible pigmentation so well, and I think it goes really great underneath foundation and on top of foundation. And I also use this a lot to like kind of clean up my eyebrows too, because it is so creamy. So I'm actually going to be using it on a couple of like areas that I think I'm going to need a little extra coverage. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this with my IT Cosmetics brush. I had a ton of you guys ask me what brush this was. I'm going to link it down below for you, but it's called the Airbrush Concealer, and it truly is Airbrush Concealer. Like, this stuff is amazing. I take this brush everywhere with me too. I need to actually clean this. But I'm just going to dip it in here. This is actually going to be a little bit darker than my skin, but since I'm putting it underneath my foundation, we're going to be okay. So I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to press it on anywhere that I need just a little bit extra coverage. Stuff is amazing. And it's so like hydrating too, so it just blends out beautifully. Now that I have that concealer on covering like any imperfections that I don't want it to show at all, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my foundation done and my concealer. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that same concealer from Glo Skin Beauty, and I'm gonna be using a concealer brush, and I'm just gonna carve out my brows just to clean them up. If you get a little like cray-cray with your brows, this is like the best tip, and it makes them look amazing. All right, so now that the eyebrows are all done and carved out, we are gonna go into the face. So first off, I'm gonna go ahead and set this concealer underneath my eyes and any areas where I tend to get oily. I'm gonna be trying out the Tarte Cosmetics Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and take my 535 brush from Sigma and just pat this in underneath the eyes. So far, so good. Ooh, I like that. That's like really lightweight, and it just mattified the skin and it doesn't look powdery. So first impression, love that. Next up, I have 2 bronzers here, like little bronzer palettes that I want to try out. The first one is the Kevyn Aucoin The Contour Book Volume 2 right here. They just sent this to me. It looks like this. Boom. Very cool. It even has like eyeshadows in here too, which is awesome. Next up, I have the Kylie Cosmetics Skinny Dip one, where it has the bronzer and the highlight in it. I'm actually doing a really huge giveaway on this collection, so if you guys want to go check that out, make sure to go to my library, and it's in a recent video, so you'll see it's titled Kylie Cosmetic Vacation Collection. I'm doing a giveaway on the entire collection, so make sure to go enter that. But my mom actually ordered the collection too. I didn't know she was going to order it, and then she didn't know I was going to order it. So she's like, oh, well, I got it. So if you want to use it, then you could either save it for yourself or give it away. So I'm actually going to be saving the Skinny Dip one for myself, and then also the palette that I'm going to be using in this video for myself. So, and then all the rest of the stuff that I have extra are going to go into a future giveaway because I'm not going to use those. I'm mainly like going to try these out because I've been really interested in these. So I was really excited when I saw that she ordered it, but just as proof, there's 2 of them here. One of them's upside down. Wait, now they're both upside down. There we go. So I'm actually going to go into Sunkissed in the Kylie one with a big fluffy IT Cosmetics brush. This is the Chic Powder brush. This is one of my favorite ones to apply powder with. And then I'm just going to bronze up my skin with this. All right, so I really like that bronzer. It is actually really creamy and very lightweight, and it just glides on beautifully on the skin. Like, it's not like powdery or anything. The only problem is that if I was a little bit darker, I would not be able to use this. This is a really light bronzer, like a really light bronzer. So that's like the down part to this, is that it's very fair. Next, we're gonna go into the Kevyn Aucoin, and we're gonna use this one just to kind of, you know, contour a little bit. And I'm gonna use the sculpting powder in here, but I'm gonna put a little bit on my brush, tap a little bit off because I feel like this is going to be very pigmented. And I'm just going to kind of sculpt out my cheeks, do a little bit down my nose, just the basics, nothing too crazy. I just do this to add a little bit of dimension back to the skin. This is the perfect contour shade for your cheeks, you guys. Like, it's the perfect ashy tone shade to contour with. Oh my God, I really, really like that. And it's very creamy, easy to blend, and it's not patchy. So far, that shade in that palette is awesome. I know that we already powdered, but I'm gonna add some of this Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops, and this is in the shade Moonlight. So they just sent this to me. I don't own Moonlight. I own 2 other shades, but I really wanna try this one out. So I'm actually gonna take a little bit, and I'm gonna place it right here on my palette. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab my beauty blender and just dab it a little bit in it, and turn my mirror around. And I'm just gonna apply this to the tops of my cheekbones. I think I like this. I like this shade. The shade's really pretty. I think I like it more than the other 2 that I own. That is really pretty. But now we're gonna intensify it a little bit more. We're gonna go into the Becca Light Chaser Highlighter. This is for the face and the eyes. This one is called Pearl Flashes Gold. I bought all of these and they're all just sitting in that drawer of stuff I need to use, but I'm gonna use this one as my highlight today. This is gorgeous. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Super pigmented. I'm actually going to use a fan brush because I don't want to use anything too dense. And I'm just going to dust that in there and apply this on top of that liquid highlighter. Okay, so far, love the liquid one. This is probably my favorite one out of the other 2, like I already said. Again, this one is called Moonlight. And then I really love this one. And this also would be a really good like brow bone highlight and inner corner highlight too. This is pretty. I like that. Okay, those are pluses. All right, so now that we have all the powders on the face, I'm gonna go ahead and spray a little bit more of this purifying mist from Glo Skin Beauty just to kind of melt everything together and just everything look like seamless, you know? It just really changes the makeup game. So I'm just gonna spray a couple. Now onto the eyes, I'm gonna do a quick makeup look. We're gonna use the Kylie Cosmetics Take Me on Vacation palette. This one right here, really pretty. I'm actually gonna do something simple, nothing too cray-cray, just what I feel like doing. But first off, we're gonna start off using one of the eye crayons from Glo Skin Beauty. This is the Cream Stay Shadow Stick in Echo. And I wanna use this because I'm going to just kind of do more of a brown, kind of smoky eye. So I'm just gonna place this on my lid and then smudge it out. These eye crayons are so creamy. It was so easy to blend out. These are great too for like a quick, you know, running out the door makeup look. Throw this on just all over the lid, throw some mascara on, and you're good to go. Like super quick and easy, but it's also a really good eyeshadow base. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go into this shade right here. This is that kind of brown taupey shimmer shade, and I'm gonna pack this on the lid on top of that other color that we just used. I don't know if I'm gonna like this brush though. I'm using the brush from the palette. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's not bad. I actually think I'm gonna like my cream colored brush better. Instead, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Sigma E58 brush, and I'm gonna take that same shimmer shade and pack it on. I just think it'll be easier. All right, so I'm really glad that we used an eyeshadow base with that shimmer shade because I just feel like that shimmer shade, yeah, like look at, even if I'm applying it on my hand with a brush, it's not that great, to be honest. Like, let me try it with my finger. I feel like there's a lot of fallout with it and they're just not pigmented. So I'm not that impressed with that shimmer shade at all. But now we're gonna go into a fluffy blending brush. I'm gonna go into kind of this softer, light, cool tone brown color. This is the same brush from the palette. And I'm just gonna pop this into the crease just to blend out those edges. All right, so now that's blended out, you could stop right here, but I'm just probably gonna add just a little bit of definition, nothing too drastic on the outer corner. And I'm just gonna grab this brown right here, because this is like the deepest brown that they have in the palette. And I'm just going to slightly add it to the outer corner. Now I'm gonna grab a flat definer brush in that same dark matte brown shade that we used. It's not too dark. I wish it was a little bit darker. I'm just gonna go ahead and do some shadow liner. I've been doing this on an everyday basis. I honestly have not worn a liquid liner in a while, so I'm just gonna do that. I really like the way that it makes the eyes look. It's a lot softer and really good for every day. Okay, so I also added a little bit to the bottom lash line, nothing too cray. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the edges, and I'm gonna show you guys how I clean up my edges. I actually go into that same concealer with that same concealer brush. This is my little trick also if I do wing liner with a liquid liner, because I can never get those edges sharp enough. So when you clean it up with this concealer, it literally makes it look perfect, and it makes it so easy to do wing liner. And this concealer is perfect for that because it is so creamy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up these edges and then blend it out. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that Becca highlighter and just pop it underneath my brow bone, or on my brow bone. All right, so the next product I'm gonna try out is another one from Glo Skin Beauty. This is their volumizing mascara, and I'm super pumped about this. Like, look at that wand. That wand looks awesome. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna pop this on my lashes real quick. All right, so there is the before and the after. This is actually a really nice volumizing mascara. I'm used to volumizing mascaras being like really clumpy or just getting really clumpy, and this is actually kind of like really lightweight. Like, there's no clumps. It actually looks really nice. You could probably apply like 2 coats of this and be totally fine. I almost forgot blush. I was like, why does my face look so different right now? It's because I don't have blush, and I'm a blush girl. I'm actually gonna go into the Glo Skin Beauty blush, and this is in Sweet. And this is such a gorgeous, gorgeous shade, you guys. This kind of reminds me a little bit of NARS Orgasm. Like, look how pigmented that is. This is a high pigment mineral blush that's gonna add a really nice, healthy, glowy look to the skin. I'm also gonna be using their 202 powder blush brush. They actually just completely like redid their brushes. They are all synthetic brushes right now, and they can be used for liquid or powder, and they're so soft, like so soft. So I'm just gonna pop this in there, dust off any excess so that way I don't apply too much, because I have a tendency to do that, and I'm just gonna pop this on my cheeks. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's pretty. Dude, that is so pretty. I wish I would have got this on before I did that spray mist. I knew something looked weird, and it's because I've got the blush. Oh, but this is such a pretty, pretty blush. That is just stunning. And look how just look at that. That just like brought the skin to life. Oh my God, now I feel put together. And I also like it because usually I have to go in with a fluffy powder brush to like blend it out, but this is like perfect. It's like the one brush to do it all, like, you know, the one ring to rule them all. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you know my obsession with Lord of the Rings. Yep. Okay, so the blush is done now, the face is complete. I'm actually gonna skip false lashes because I kind of like this look without false lashes. Now to finish off the look, we gotta do a lip color, and I'm gonna be using one of the Glo Skin Beauties. This is their Suede Matte Crayon. These are award-winning crayons. They are velvety smooth. They have vitamin C and vitamin E. They also have mango oil and shea butter, so it makes them very hydrating and moisturizing too. I'm obsessed with lip crayons, so of course I gravitated to these. I have a drawer solely dedicated to all my lip crayons. Like, it's even labeled lip crayons on the drawer. I'm not even kidding because I love them so much. So I'm actually gonna go into the shade Monogram, I think. I think Monogram would be really pretty. The one that you guys will be winning in the giveaway is Demure, and that's what this looks like. Look how pretty Demure is. Demure is really pretty. So I'm gonna go into Monogram, and I'll swatch Monogram for you guys too. Like, look at that. Oh yeah, Monogram. Monogram, you are my shade. I love it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this really quickly to my lips. All right, check out this lip color. Oh my God, this is everything. This is going to be my like new go-to lip color. This is everything, and it's so moisturizing, and it has like a little minty like cooling sensation on your lips. Like, it feels good. All right, so this is a completed makeup look, testing out these new products. I am really impressed, and I already kind of gave you guys mini reviews of everything. I think the only thing I didn't talk about was this. And with this palette, I think it's a pretty palette, but it's kind of like, I wish the shimmer shades were a little bit more pigmented. Like, it's not my favorite, to be honest. I think you can find better other places. So if you missed this, don't worry, don't fret. I don't think you missed out on much. But I did like the Skinny Dip. I just, again, don't think that's gonna be for everyone because that bronzer shade is so fair. everything else turned out really good. I really love the way that the look turned out. But yeah, super happy with everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Another huge thank you to Glo Skin Beauty for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much. I have been a huge lover of Glo Skin Beauty for many, many years, like I've already said, and I am so grateful to be able to collaborate with them, so this was amazing. And I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. Also, make sure to head over to my Instagram to enter that giveaway so that way you guys can win a bunch of these products and plus a $200 gift card. I will have a link to that giveaway in the description box down below. And then also just make sure to go to my Instagram account as well so that way you can see the products that you'll be winning on top of the $200 gift card. But yeah, all right, so make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!